It's
Oh
kind of
yeah,
thing.
I think this is Aquarian religion. This is what it's going to be made up of. It's going to be science. It's going to be quantum physics. It's going to be astrophysics. It's going to be astronomy. It's going to be genetics. It's all, that's the medium it's going to work through, and the language. That's going to be the new orientation toward the divine. But it's in a very young stage. It's like it's just too head centric. That's the problem, because it is. It's science is an Aquarius. It's like that's the property of Aquarius, and that's science is the religion of Aquarius. So, for instance, like in the Piscean age, which we're witnessing the total collapse of, uh, uh, the eruption between the aeons, and um, but like people, if you had a crisis, like a health crisis, or some kind of big crisis in your family, your wife left you, or a child dies, something really traumatic, or your son comes back from the war, all completely damaged, and you'd go to see your priest, you go see your rabbi, you go talk to, if you're in Asia, you talk to your monk, you know. But now people go see the psychiatrist. They need medication. Something's wrong with my, it's like, and everything. And they just, and the science too, it's like that, it's like, oh, your neurotransmitters, or, you need a serotonin. And some of the stuff is useful. But again, it's more machine like. Man, that's the whole thing with like industrial age and all this. Like, man has become a machine. Man has become a robot in the factory. Man has become a, now be replaced by the machines that we create, and um, so um, yeah, so you're the answer is always to fix the machine, to fix a component, to replace a part, to and and so but there, it's like Aquarian mystics, like a lot like therapists that use psychedelics, for instance, and for uh, people that are integrating Buddhism and Hinduism into psychotherapy, which I studied a lot at Naropa too. Not in the like they had a lot of open courses for the community, so evening courses. I'd take them all. They're great, and and I was studying this field myself, all the time. And
An
yeah,
archetypal
so like
level.
holography, there's a great example of Vishnu, that he's everywhere inside of everything.
Right.
Holism, uh, synchronicity is a very mysterious, and Jung worked deeply with quantum physicists, particularly uh, Pauli. Pauli, he won a Nobel Prize. I can't remember his first name, but they had dinner a lot. They worked came to Jung in Zurich, and he was working in Zurich for a while himself. But they collaborated on science and how it manifests, the archetypal dimensions of science, but like the mystery, the connection between physics is studying matter, and studying the properties of matter and the constituents of matter, and all the subatomic particles, and the quarks and the leptons and the muons and the God particles, and it's like looking in matter, looking for the final, trying to find the same drive, looking for the unified field. That's that's what transcendental consciousness, that's unified field. You say transpersonal psychology. You're unifying all the fields. And so Jung was looking at how it called the psychoid level. The psychoid level is where, and Timothy's eighth circuit model of the brain, that's the eighth circuit, neuroatomic fusion, where this consciousness is in you're in the singularity fusion, the background quantum field, but the consciousness is embedded us some ingredients. Consciousness is, like I was saying, Wheeler saying, the more we just John Wheeler, the more we study, he's a great genius astrophysicist and Nobel Prize winner, everything else. He said the more we explore, we probe the universe into the more it becomes it appears to be conscious. It's okay. So I got a self-organizing mechanism. Like we talked about that too, like holography, also uh, like in the body, that manifesting like through homeostasis, the self-correcting, the wholeness, and then the psychology, the individuation, the centering on the. So it's like, yeah, it's like that's a very big part of the new religion. Science is, but it's mystical science. It's like, wow, the first function of a living religion and mythology is the evocation of awe. And scientists are numb. Modern people, a lot of them are just numb. They don't feel any awe. It's just more information. Some it's like you want to know more. It's like, what? You need that. And it can deliver that. Like Joseph Campbell, he felt just like this Artemis mission here. He wrote a lot and talked a lot about and worked. He collaborated, did lectures with astronomers too. I mean, astronauts. Edgar Mitchell, and he made a remark, actually, one of many. He said, and I was with him when he made it. He said, I want to just convey to you the velocity we're moving as a species. He says, I remember very clearly being a boy, and I was with my mother and father and my younger brother. His sister wasn't even born yet. And they went to the state fair, the New York State Fair outside of Manhattan, up on the Hudson River, and the big event of the day was airplane. It was like it's the first time they fly right off the river, because it just went down, not crash on the earth. And everybody's like, what? Awe. You're just fucking. He said, next week I'm co-leading a conference with astronaut Schweikert on the mythic implications of humanity in space. And he had big mythic implications. He said, I feel that it was like very pop. You saw it a lot in very popular photographic image, won all kinds of awards, that the astronauts took of Earthrise. And here's the Earth. It's like blue and surrounded with light around it, It's like, and where everything we know came from there. The machine we drove on, the people, everything, all the history, all the people we know, everything is, and it's just in this void of black vastness. And there are no geopolitical lines. It's a living, breathing organism. And that's how we have to experience the earth and each other. You see how well we're doing here, right? Killing it in a death grip, and killing the earth, like Neil deGrasse. He's a very popular physicist, and he was talking about the atmosphere. He said the atmosphere. He was talking about the Artemis moon mission too. He says, it's like when they took photos of the dark side of the moon, and all these, and then the Earth, seeing all our new technology and cameras and stuff and digital stuff. But looking at the moon, he said, he says, this is what we would look like if we didn't have our atmosphere. And the atmosphere, he said, it's like the ratio, the size of the atmosphere, the Earth's atmosphere, is equal to or synonymous to or approximate to the skin of an apple and the rest of the apple. But that was what prevents us from being this desolate. And it's that thin thing, all this grace, all these things, this little, like the Earth was tilted 1 degree different, and we're just numb to it. Until it evokes awe, and you want to protect it, and you want to, and you want to live by holistic beliefs. That's Christ is teaching too, you know, to live in harmony with each other and to, so you can see how ill things are, how out of balance. And that's why, you know, you blow this whole thing easy, you know, easy. Choke it to death or blow it apart, you know, all out of man's psyche, out of man's shadow, out of man's collective shadow. All his unresolved traumas and all his unresolved sins and cruelties and man's inhumanities to man, all that's in, it's just like you have, you know, like personal unconscious, the collective unconscious is like, whoa, he's capable of great catastrophes.